Yo, we share my memo bibi akwaba na eja oba na wa share video no dia mame. Na ye twetwe nkomom fa ya asɛm over the week the past week ebeto dwa efa yemia abrantie na kwa me bedi akọ. Ivy etede no. Mesha wa oba no abomode na wa share video no na ebetwetwe nkomom fa ye Ghana Revenue Authority for any CHEDDAR Ghana Revenue Authority, omone eye CHEDDAR, woman sensem, ana eja ebedi nkomo kakra fam. You sure say wotimenka background ne de be any background no na mama me hu na eja ye di nkomo ne ato aso. Anyway, so yan twetwe nkomo over a year the past week ana a Ghana Revenue Authority dey asemi betudwa and asema mo de betudwa no na fa eye nana kwa me bedi akọ. And I think say Nana Kwame Bediakon a CHEDDAR, the new force movement, normal leader, and so Abba Bontia Beka Asemafa, the Ghana Revenue Authority. Now the Ghana Revenue Authority was saying CHEDDAR evade taxes almost about 7 million Ghana cedis. I will take this story in two folds. First of all, I'll take the side of the Ghana Revenue Authority for now me so amahwe eye CHEDDAR also senior also Eddie no ACT. Na mo mame man pemfo nyina akwa ba menchia eye freedom fighters ye PRO ye public relation officer IV ewo hase me man akwa ba na menchia ye LC enso ewo hase Eunice na akwale Eunice tete na Gordon so hase Adams enso hase abusia ba Bomodiana share video no for mama why. Bomodiana share video no mama. Now before I me cause asem we no over the the past week no me hunioma bebre bi efa abrante friend ya odabo. Ye nyina nim say oye oye Kumewood actor ana eja wasan so at football team. Na me won na say oye justify your inclusion ewo a friend is saying Ghana, other towns and villages. So one of the towns Libina and Krani be justify your inclusion. Now I'm say now and Krani be how football boots or the bar for a justify your inclusion, you know. Now football boots and Krani be shed nen your cry. Abranti single-handedly afraid and Krani be, and then he named and he shamed them. To me, coming from somebody like Yao Dabo, Obi to say Yao Dabo. You see, Kaye can't say you mufanchemio. You say Kaye can't say you nipa. Kebeka say Yao Dabo, or ye nipa di enenso. Onye nipa ye born ni pepe. Na sebi you no sa what is na ultimi eshemi enkwara all because omuni football boots. Brand new football boots. The problem with some of us Ghanaians, they say nyame boy no ye adomo then we use the riches kakrana nyame aboy no to try to show off. Say yes ye nipa sin obi. When I saw the video, I was very, very sad. Because you see, this kind of behavior and attitude, no, I will Ghana for you mupa. I remember this beautiful lady. She's now a major in Ghana Armed Forces, and she's even here, you know, doing her PhD in one of our friend is a universities here, Aston University. Emra Osano, nane mame ton koko. Na oko school na ne teacher edi koko na ne mame ton no. Or the sre akwada no classroom. Your friend akwara no a ombo ne din or the koko raba and the friend just to shame her. It really affected the young girl. But the good thing about the young girl is that she turned the shame, you know, to something positive to hold on. Say, I will prove this teacher wrong. Now, this Yao Dabo Ayubia, yenim se sebiu. The way I was here. wo sebio nke ka nipa kra nke beka sa wo no wo ye bosom bi so eba because wo nyini de wotia na wotie. But Ghanaians did not look at the way I wotie, and they loved you, gave you opportunity to be an actor. Who is Siri? Can you say all right? But on this particular note, there, I think say you need to go back and apologize to the Nkorano ugu omanimas. And the Nkorano football boot am the ba eba ball no football boot na re ebi mu di atete nti ade no mo ba football boot o may say o me justify your inclusion no mo ehye football boot say o mo nye serious o mo nye discipline you Adabo don't act and behave as if say enye Ghana na ye wo and enye Ghana na wo free. You know the challenges even when you say so person about football or Ghana. You know parents. When you ma ho kire wo Ghana and I want the prices of football boots e wo Ghana enye easy. In the sebio o koye justify your inclusion. Now when you say Ghana for nkwada bi football boot a omobo enya. So won't mean and only for the more you can just appeal to your followers, appeal to your fans. So I was saying with the monsham kwada ni buto na with the uncertainty no. So odofo bi wo baabi na so wo hwe nkora no a na so be donate football boots sike bi ana bibi kakra na etim di aboa de nkora no but say ye name omo na ye shame omo no. I think say it's very very wrong on the part of Yaudabo. I think say a very 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 wrong. You see, we tend to always try to demoralize our kids instead of us to, be parents are you be show woman crying, you be encourage you woman, na you be boa wo. A Caribbean wa or brand new football boots wo fear, or because say on this particular occasion, I will be your chance, abebo double team. Na ya double abone ni cruise no ye justify your inclusion. No because obeja ni new brand new boot ewo no washe boot dada. It cannot happen. Openyi bi anso ni wo obewo ne ba obeka je say so we sika so to boota on ton fa maneba. Oti ase. So these are some of the things if you say ya double wo no kra no why sa no ya double. You see, these kids, they have passion to play football. And Korawe, they have passion to play football. And a passion no. We should not make it look as if say, Sebiu, only football boots, You be single-handedly, you will single them out in front of cameras and then shame them. Sanya mano, enye, kum krasunsun. When you are next time crown or say team fufubia by justify your inclusion crown onimbo ni bontino. Why when you obeka so ni boot for into quite besa ko gun animu as into onko. And this is something that somebody like Yadabodo see a kasa kire no. Se sebio nyame de ne du baabi a na so mmoa bi na ode beboa ommoa. Oni mmoa bi na so ode beboa nkora no a eto de bi nyoma bi wo a ubu wadi guso. Nkranfo se onako wehun so aye se de wonhu ye na wo mboa bi na de beboa mo a wo de aboa wo. Trying to name and shame these kids, it's not good at all, especially doing very well. So almost and at a year 12 years 13 14 masa any good cry. Number two, it is no fault of the kids and mobile parks so say they will come with a year torn boots or they'll be wearing torn boots to come and then play for a year. A friend is saying justify your inclusion. Well, yes, sir, you break the spirit of these kids. What you say? You break their spirit. The likes of Sule Abulu Muntari, my name Michael Essien Mono. Once upon a time, almost no many football boots. Yes, Michael Essien went to St. Augustine's. Yeah, Michael Essien went to St. Augustine's. His father was a chief. His father had money, but man, those days, what St. Augustine's are. One of my friends, I don't know what St. Augustine's always says it. Asian, no, I'm so no leading me a year or two. No, St. Augustine's. Occur those days, ne maame kɔhyɛ St. Michael Essien was St. Augustine, sir. Or a friend is saying, Adriani gu polythene bag, black, Gary, any sugar. Ikakranga krasa neja. Michael Essien, Ekonya, Liberty Professionals boy, or ball Liberty Professionals. And I had Derek Watting. Derek Watting at that time, no about professionals were brutally. He said Derek Watting about Ghana, no at top football boots. Any a friend is saying all those kind of football equipment, and you might be Michael Essien. No, I thought they are brand Michael Essien. Do you hear the style of Michael Essien footballer? Or Bobo to say Derek Watting? The only thing is that Derek Watting were more or very skillful. And Essien more or less like a bull, you know, and what they born or ball. So people like you are more team, you know. You don't go out there trying to break the spirit of these young Ghanaians, all because Sebiu, omni football boots. Oh yes, sir, and you're good, and you're nice. So Subai no Munjai. Subai no Sebiu, Yeditia Santimemua. When you are boy no peja kakra, they want to look down on other people. We should stop. We should put an end to it. Because who the other no say anything. Sebiu ka we can nipa kra Quebec so ye bosum bi so ba. But ni na no Ghana force there bi nya o act we like you. What you say? O act we are there ye pe wasem. But don't try and make say and I'm saying I'm with no be gum kwadan any mas na wutwi o mani mas. All these things we need to stop. Playing football is not easy. Playing football is not easy. What do you say? And if you cannot use your page to solicit for football boots for and kwadan e Ghana no, please don't try to break the spirit of our youth, our young Ghanaians. Omino na Sebiu and paying for ya kronfuntra. Mine and paying for ya kronfuntra. Yes, Aka, Sebiu. The Ghanaian child, no, should be always, be a blessed child in terms of needs. Yes, or sorry, on a park crash or bedroom said, Sebiu. No whole actually. Anyway, without said, the topic of today's conversation. Naminchia na nafum. Naminchia no medium accordia. Minchia rim di baba. Ewa hase Black Mokubi, big bro. Maminchia. Now, Ghana Revenue Authority for say the new force leader CHEDDAR EVADE. Now, what the car to the tune of 7 million Ghana cedis. What taxes are on TI. Just what evade taxes. Now, Ghana Revenue Authority for you see, and yet the Bia na mobile chain said Ubi unity said or pursue ye be the ma or my Ghana no near ba. The other way say, oh, Nipakro we no or Namu Awakeka and some ABC way no. Say ni na what here. You also as an institution, as some of my Ghana Revenue Authority for what do you say? As some of my Ghana, as we are more proactive because you are paid, and you are paid with taxes. It is the taxes ni been buying through the central government or the Ghana Revenue Authority workers. And even as taxes any you should be more proactive in collecting taxes from workers, from companies, from people of Ghana. This is the behavior of some of the institutions that work Ghana. The same CHEDDAR Okofa spokesperson, a foreigner. Ghana, a friend is an immigration service of what Nasi. Omunim se ababa wano ewon krata. CHEDDAR didn't ba bontin obey any spokesperson we na afemu kwa akohwehwem. Ghana Immigration Service. Again, you are sleeping on the job. You should be more proactive. You should be proactive. Our institutions must start working. The Ghana institutions, no, you need to start working for the country. The immigration services are working for the country. That is why you to me remove you be free. UK, France, Germany, America back to Ghana. Because institutions, no, yeah, Juma. Uba brocha. Ghana, revenue, a friend is saying, outlets, no, are working. They make sure they do work for, ensure at the end of the day, no, Sebio, obi nkwatena ba bi cancer mfun bi ana wo man no ho enkon kwakire ne ntino amanfo te wa yetua wo muka chief executives for yetua muka with taxpayers money. But when it comes to Ghana, they want to be paid but they don't want to do the job. Why do you go to work? You go to work to what? Make sure say you solve a problem that affect the nation. So you don't have to sit down. So obi to anamo. Ebane say am 40 choka so money break cheddar because sebio yeah intention so person or standing as a presidential candidate in Tino and amono mo yeah witch hunting mo you are going after him. Because all this while, yes, Amaka say a branch into your taxes no. And yet rich ya. Yes, I must say a branch into your taxes. A free 2018, 2020. And I basically from 2021 to 2022, I basically 2023. Now more try why. When you know already say own to your taxes, and you know the importance of taxes, and you know say it is taxes nipping your coin, and your taxes nipping your free education, and your taxes nipping your DC school done, and your taxes nipping your DC hospitals, and your taxes nipping your and near my bema or my gun and a tumpong. So when you know say a branch empty the taxes last 2 years, Ghana revenue authorities, what were you doing? I'm about on 10. Say you maya sebio. People's conscience, the GRA boss who needs to be fired quickly for sitting on the job and still get paid. Say Juma. Somebody like the GRA boss, I think you're pamono for even causing financial loss to the states. Because of taxes, and you call IMF, say you call Jimbosia. Because your shortest it can be generating revenues locally, no? Yensanka, anything you call external. Ekobo America for, Germany for, UK for, China for, Bosnia. It is a motive. Namunim say a Jumanamun Timinya. Why go to work? What kind of I just don't understand. You want Ghana to develop like UK, like France, like Germany, like America, but you don't want to work. Sometimes I wonder, say, the kind of change I pen, do you think say it will come from heavens above? And you change no abba. And say a person change in bar. We need to work our ass off and make sure say the change are your pen beba. Imam Dasi. So what's a Ghana acronym? Now why you watching say who you paying mammy for sure more who you paying? Now why you watching say media say me a GRA boss was me be able to America. I will be swimming now ye to our camp. A Juma Ben, how we target, they say. There be our mukache, so it will exceed our revenue collection. And into CICD a revenue collection, yeah, then we don't need to go to the international market, the international countries to solicit for loans or grants. So what is the essence of you working as a Ghana Revenue Authority boss? When you are letting people like Cheddar and Co. Sabio. Mon kwajimo mo taxes free omo. And black can black Mokubi. Say, I wonder how many so-called big men in Ghana who owes the GRA. They only go after the small fish. And that is my second point. Now, Ghana Revenue Authority for say cheddar entia the taxes. All right. That's it. Mama, you say cheddar entia taxes. Clap for your hands. Will be brought for clap for your hands. Will you go after former President John Mahama to come and declare the taxes? Where because a personal income tax any year and amebwa. So it's a president won the personal income tax there. You per constitution, no. Sebio CC, no, where potential candidate at the NDC say Yentone Swaba into the courtesy said the man as a foreign ex-president, no, and now your friend is saying constitution so will be person or bar be no contest for the seat of president. One will declare an asset. Two, and so making sure so we treat you and the taxes in the BBR into me Ghana Revenue Authority. If we next week, Mumbo Ghana for. I'm making sure say John Dramani Mahama. Any a friend is saying, Bawomiamo, any other person be a why not gonna say or person or the kingdom of Jubilee House. Uma ye send the patrono tia and now taxes. Because we need to do this. And say a target for one particular person. You all know my stance on this young man Cheddar. You all know it already. But that does not mean, says Sebio, said Ghana Revenue Authority for ya DNA. We should keep quiet. We are rational human beings. You're dreaming on mine. And we are not emotionally driven. So Ghana Revenue Authority for already. They didn't kind actual a friend is saying, my petition mo. Ama me agasa me de me nkrata beto mo pono so kama say me so me hwe anim say every next week no former president ni wo mo maka no ye besere mo a mo mo de am ye hunu mo nyina because mo me hunu say na ado danko akufu ado otua the tax nti maka nti at this stage in the stage is set. The GRA should make it public for all of us to know about John Mahama. Na now the danko akufuado baumia Canadian Japan chairman would to me umye nyira ye hu sa na me ntro na me de brɛ mu no sa na me bisa say the way na ma set stage na ma ye ne de stage no enye nipa ba akofo pɛ ene ese ye de ni hwɛ no na mmom man mu ni nyina oti ase o man mu ni nyina because enti sa dia empire no a eye gum Reverend Andrews say yembo mamu ne bobom pa ese mbewu because me ye wicked men and women are moti o man Ghana no amon pese o man ne bekos oti ase enti e besre chema wuntimi mu Canada Japan mo bawumia mo GRA make available the tax record for all of us the rich people in Ghana no mo make me ehunu say ampa these people pay their taxes. These people don't pay their taxes. Because we are also concerned Ghanaians. We want to ensure that the right thing is done. Not only for say you be selective, and then we will pick and choose. No. And when you mean the Mibusa Ghana Revenue Authority no. Me enyese mi busa na money me ya adwene a mama me hu comment section nim because too many people. A lot of these people are sleeping on the job because now no the Ghana immigration from the bar on things ababa one watna krum ho oni nkrata. I mean whose job? Then again I ask myself, so yeah, the National Investigative Bureau, no, first name from BNI. It won't pa my juma ne sen wo krum. Oh my juma pa because you can intelligence gathering. Inti sa National Investigations Bureau said them. Into no nyan sebi wo sebio. Awaso ye wo. Omo ntimi nkada hwe. Ekuro na etim sa China fo gum se chaba. Ekuro na ye gum no. Sane China fo gum se bebrei. Wo mu nyina na won krata. Inti ya twaya ma bibi esi ansa na. Yakasa sa nkofo we ni nkrata nti yempam wo mo ana. I've always said say Ghana betum ponwa. It's about time our institutions work for us. Our institutions must work for us. As a nation, so that we'll be proud of you all. Menya ne saa ka ewie no ma memfa GR de no to na membra abrante na efre no CHEDDAR. Now, you see, asami see CHEDDAR babontin na obeye a bit of a year obeye video bi de ba beto abontin ma yeti ase se GR 4% omugu n'animu ase. Because as far as no so won't taxes in poor say GR4 a friend, which I agree with him. But you see, we are talking about personal income tax, where you as a citizen, you do the nation good to let the nation understand, say, these are the personal income tax that you are supposed to pay for this and this and this. So you file your taxes as a citizen. Now, who intention to run as a president? So you first of all have say what the Constitution says about who person will run it as what president. Now, Constitution say you need to declare your assets. Now, the reason why our Constitution can say declare your asset, they say, say assets now we want. Be not drug barons be money launderers be and be a woman sponsor and a was our asset. So the moment you declare it, it makes it more easier for the nation to know say ABCD asset now won't you watch been who call a buying now will free one. We will measure a year asset with the payments now will receive it. Any gift we nya here. It you say assets no I'll be after the we declare no. You say a bro aketiane gift we nya here I will serve as a president no. Then we question you say those other ones no offer in a we nya here. We as a country yes all because we want to have the honest men and women leading us and also make sure say people will work hard and not go through a dubious means to make money. Now, you have an intention to be a president. Before I'll be making sure say you want to be a president, CHEDDAR, you should have found out to say, hey, checking with all my accountants and just say, my personal income tax and all other taxes have been paid. Because the moment you want to go into this particular game, Yanum MPP NDC for Alebu is a dirty game. You need to prepare yourself. Say, let me check myself. Clear myself of every doubt. Every question. Let me make sure say, I've answered them. Everything is in order before I make such a move. Now, let me tell you something. Last 2 years, I was here when some of my people from my village called me and said, oh, opinion leaders and some chiefs, say, oh, we want you to come and contest us. An MP for CPP or an independent candidate. We will support you and you also have to also support yourself. I'm sharing, I'm saying no. There were one or two things be I estimated to 2 years. So I told the people, so almost thoughts any adwene po munya e wo me ho kra se metumi aba ba ye bibi say teach you no ma be so me mind through my village, you know, with the almost. But for now, let's say because some of them wanted to go ahead and start doing billboards and all those. And I said, no, it's not billboard. They need a year door to door. If I want to contest for such things, I don't need billboards. All because I was not ready, I was not prepared. If you fail to prepare for any, a friend is saying, important decisions ahead of you as a human being, and Ututru Mika Gidigidi said, oh, I want to be a president because the youth are calling, so NDC and MPP, and you think, so okay, I have the resources. Now is the time for me to go in Panyai before you realize who didn't go. At this particular time, clear without new BBA, and I'll buy here. If the GRA wants to talk, the moment they talk, no, then you come out. And going forward, these are the receipts are betrayed. They are saying 7 TI. Look at them. Then the Ghanaians will know, say, Papa, this one there, we are supporting you because you are ready and you are prepared. If you are not prepared for a position like this, come prepared. Don't be in a haste. Don't be in a hurry. Because Ghana, yes, we will need to kick the NDC and MPP out to get leaders who will unite the nation and unite us for us to also build our nation. But we have to be careful who we choose to lead us. 2, you always go about, and I refer to Cheddar, when you are making your speech and you are talking to Ghanaians, you make reference to UK. You studied in the UK, you lived in the UK. Now tell me, here in the UK, what the law says about people who evade taxes. People who evade taxes. Sorry. People who evade taxes. Tell me what the law says. The law here tells us, it said, if you're someone who evade taxes, you get 7 years imprisonment with a fine. And after to also pay all the taxes that you have evaded. You want Ghana to be like the UK, but you don't want to practice the ethics of making sure, say, Ghana becomes like UK. That is the problem I have with a lot of these so-called people calling themselves leaders. They always will preach, speak sweet words to you, talk to you eloquently, charm you. They will tell you that, oh, who is your hero? Kwame Nkrumah is my hero. They are very quick to mention Kwame Nkrumah's name. But ask yourself, Nkrumah now, you call him your hero, no? The lifestyle, net to say. Look at your lifestyle as somebody who wants to lead Ghana. It's now Dubai, now a lion has a tail. He has a big head and a very small waist. Now, never recruit him. We say a lion is your pet. When you know the laws of Ghana, disrespecting laws. How come on? Now, to who be your president? What will you teach the Ghanaian? Who be your president? You are disrespecting the laws of Ghana. Taking advantage of Sebio institutions, you're weak. If the institutions were stronger and acting, working effectively, wouldn't mean for lion and a tiger and be rapid to cut No. But institutions are weak. All you need to do is to have a friend who is connected at the airport, have a friend who is connected at immigration, have a friend and then that's all. Get some dubious document. Now they are called Tom one, now the Omaba. It's because institution is weak. So if you talk about UK and the laws of UK, now the laws of UK does not permit evaders, people who evade taxes. Why are you trying to evade tax? And yet a year, 2 years, 3 years. You see, that is the reason why some of us, I'm not quick to say I want to follow this person A, B, C, D. No. Because you see, our country, majority of us are corrupt. I'm a Ghanaian, I know. You're also a Ghanaian, you know. Say your coffee be brain why corrupt. And nothing ya fee any say young percent ebenya corrupt people going into our politics to destroy it the more. And yes, sir, yeah, democracy in 2028. Even this year, crapono, Ghana for now, yeah, shed the way up. She said, yeah, can we come say eradi ma December brand got to about even Mahama at a point was begging the Ghana Armed Forces said, cool in yet. Do you know why? Because we were on the verge. So in Kiebe lose democracy in last year. Kennedy cried was 2022. So it tells you, say, why would we lose our democracy? We lose democracy because of corruption. And if we want to kick these two political parties out, we should not make the mistake to bring in another corrupt entity who thinks that the youth are calling for a third force in Tino. He wants to rebrand himself as a new force person and then take advantage of the ignorance of the youth and the poverty and call himself as what the savior who is coming to give us salvation. You want to give us salvation and you are not even coming clean. You want to give us salvation and you are not even willing and ready to even pay your taxes. Maybe perhaps you don't understand what we use the taxes for. You use taxes to build roads. So when you are the same person criticizing the government of not building roads, you the same person, you are not paying your tax. So tell me, what will encourage the other person when you also become president to also pay his or her taxes? The Nkrumah de biya ye didn't yet say or ye mentor no. The life I will lead or Ghana and I will leave you by no na enya sa suban we. Not by a genuine patriotic. Because if you are a true patriotic son of Ghana and you are a true patriotic citizen, you will pay your taxes to help. Especially when you know, say, you have, the will say one day you will take up a position. Yes, I have condemned the Ghana Revenue Authority, but you also as a citizen could have also done us a good by ensuring, say, you also pay your taxes. So these are some of the things you need to understand. Say, we don't need scammers like these people who one day just travel to UK, travel to America, travel somewhere and come back and say, oh, vote for me because today I have money. And when we start asking where you got your money, say, hey, don't ask me. Oh, instead of asking me how I got my money, ask me what I can do for you people. No, Mr. Man, it's not done anywhere. It's not done anywhere. And I've heard people say, oh, Bill Gates money, Jeff Bezos money, Mark Zuckerberg, they were millionaires at a very young age. So Ghana for Adena, this young man at the age of 16 years and now 21 could not become a. You see, you see some of the stories Ghana for will be in time brand TV. We that we are asking the questions, me and maybe some questions, mean time, then we may Ghana. Or buy one can't say na Sebio or a software engineer or so on what on Koleba. That yes, I'll catch a so ton aluminium. Eh? There are systems in UK that ton aluminium. There's no way you can sell aluminium to get that amount of money and work. It's a big fallacy, it's a big lie. There is no way. Who were his workers? There is no way. But even if we are granting him Kramponua, at least let your story make sense to the people. Let your story resonate well with the people. Those people were even selling albums, hundreds of thousands of copies. Anka said they made £1 million here in the UK. So sometimes we need to ask questions. Number 3, let me move on. It's important that we need to know where your money is coming from, like I said earlier. Because after all, these kind of things I will cancel by you. Sanyo me ya will cancel by you. Ekufuado can be actually in that. You will Kenya obey na those stories ne Ekufuado can be actually. Ekufuado crowd you will can see a crossing. Ekufuado in some way will kind. Let's say what dear. No crowd they will kind of crowd when so he also went to parliament to become an MP and also a minister. You are even just reading Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey's stories to us. What do you say? So these are some of the things we will question wherever you bring your resources. Will be your wealth. Will be said. Do you question the man who sold cassette to become rich? Richard Tego and a bizarre question. And I think that a lot of times these questions come. Answer Richard Tego. Richard Tego, I will not question a friend is said despite where he got his wealth from. I will not question. Do you know why? Because a private sector, he has not made up his mind to take up a public office. The day Osei Kwame despite will open his mouth, say Ghana for Yentune Swaba, we will question him. That is the difference. Ghana for mum pesa mode ma obe bie ma adwene. Mum bie adwene nim. Obi a private business. There is no law under Ghana. Sebio. Ema me akwenya se minkubisan. But so because we'll be taking up the responsibility to lead the country, I mean, to me, a stakeholder of Ghana, I have every right to question. And I will question where that money no a free bar. And he has to explain to me. What you say? He has to explain to me. This is where we have to understand Ghana for the reason why we are questioning is not the person. No. Nobody is against the person. Because if some of us was against the person, these questions would have come earlier. Emrana Sebionka Sobe president, I contacted Cheddar 2 years ago. Said a new third force, and we need men like him to lead us. Is he interested? 2 years ago. And after Mibusa, I don't know, I had to ask many people, find out things about him. People were telling me certain stories. People were telling me things about him. Still, Krabbe, and I still went ahead to contact him. It was later when real people are Sebio, or we are very close to him. Ebimunya Ghana for. Some people told me, ask this one, go to this one, see this one, because they were very close to him and they know him. To even to the extent of the things they were telling me, say he had to even go to a friend and say he had to even go to prison for credit card fraud. And I'm still investigating that issue. And that is why you've not seen me come out to talk about it. I had to go and meet some people, some Afidium 4. When we say Afidium 4, what man for. What you say? So sometimes when we are asking questions, it's because of a will be painty and a boss wa watching the bar no way in near to chain. And the more shady you deny he call a bear musika or quacunya. But some is one you deny he try the same. What you say? You deny him, but some is one you try the same. So these are some of the things I mean we need to understand. Because at the end of the day, if we do not understand and ask questions, critical questions, we'll be teaching because say, hey, at the end of the why all these things? Why is it that we are not asking questions? Why is it that we are not interrogating them? And later on, if we don't interrogate them, we don't question them, when they come to power or they are in power and they misbehave, the same Ghanaians will say, I don't know, man can't try. These same Ghanaians will be telling us, I don't know, man can't try. See a question A, B, C, D. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of you should support us to ask questions. All of you should support us to get the best candidate to lead our nation, not thieves, not corrupt men. You see, if he is unable to tell us his source of wealth, do you want me to entrust Ghana's wealth to him? Do you know Ghana's wealth? Gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese. So nipa na mo say ye mo pese bebusa the question. Bebusa mo. Ye fa Ghana japade enhye nensa. So ontimi nkyɛn baabi a onya ne sika free. Ghana japade no ɛso. Enu bi na enen nkofo no mu wia no. Enu bi na akufo adom ebusua ewia no. Enu bi na akufo adom omo ewia omo de enya omo no. Enu bi na yugina himo ewia no. So we need to ask questions. Say yebusa A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. If he has nothing to hide, he should tell us the story. He should tell us, maybe a unyani sike free. Boni biya de any. Because if he cannot disclose his wealth, we will also not give him Ghana's natural resources, wealth, so orcheso. Inti ebebusa. You see, we are not idiots. Some of us are not idiots. Because if you are not ready to disclose the source of money, don't ever think of becoming a president. I'm not here for you to like me and love me. I'm here to ensure, say, the right thing is done for my country, Ghana. Now, Mebusa John, I'm a question. I'm a Kevin Taylor, but the matter now, a friend is in the stations with the Matema, and you would yeah, and why new force, I will follow new force. And I maybe some new force, I'll become maybe a best sound. If we actually, one more D Matemo. Among us at now, stations who say, Tetra, one more candidate, almost a Ghana for 2 almost, but almost say Dio, among us say this are candidate matter. Because they know some of us are doing the right thing. MPP Mecca say abai we chronobo esin abai bia aba to take to lead the nation. MPP chrono no and the chrono no ye gangan twan esin antwan yama. Chrono no mu do, so we will question. And the fact that we are questioning does not mean say we should get any, a friend is saying, anybody keke to occupy the seat of government. No way. We want the best for the nation Ghana. And if we want the best for Ghana, what do? We have to get the best to lead our nation. It is being already disclosing the wealth, the source of it. You should not think of becoming president, because the seat of president is for us to keep and give it to the person with integrity, with the person that who is patriotic, honest, who has conscience, who has good character to lead Ghana. Who free Cecilia Dapa? If he Obampo 2 million. Because he was a question. We react to the fear. They made the folk real be crowd womb. Can you imagine? Pardon me, giving your property to somebody who is a thief and a money launderer. Can you just imagine? So we will question, just like today we are questioning Cecilia Dapa. What catch and say bra bi wu ye no this kind of bread no na see owo obi a we transfer sika ekwa account ni nyina Ghanaians mo ma me ya agya to mu say de jo ma maka kire say enche ne ye refi no asem no e ya mpa o ene de Ghana for refi Kofi Granting omo pe cheddar Mr. Cheese ayenkoso. You see, any Oko Ghana now share across West Africa, especially. Cool, baby. Intelligence gathered HSA. Many of these people are being sponsored by terrorist groups. Now, can you imagine if we vote in a leader who is corrupt and a thief? That leader can be easily influenced by money. So asking questions is not bad. Because there is nothing like a foolish question. But the answer you give, the answer you provide, and the say, Sebi unim yansa, and I unim yansa. Akwa say, Okwako worry oba. Now oba ni buse a question me. So what they ubufu. Hey Debbie, there is nothing like a foolish question. To obuase. Na ma baba wano answers. If you have nothing to hide, answer the questions about ebusa. Because open answers to also provide the money. And that is the reason why I also be a president. And now be a president now. Yeah, busa question now. If you be a president, then you better be a kufuadu. You busa and you cry for the my empom ben busa questions. And this is important. When you say Ghana, you will form a fan to tea see busa questions. You fan to tea because busa questions. You can do a crack to now busa questions. And then you know. In the end, say, "Maybe be name about we be sorry you busa questions." I am say, "Oh, you busa questions too much." More na ye bisa. More no ni ebe. Na more no nso de be nya no kure na free asem no mu ba. Because chine bi no be ka kire en say, na ne maame ton kokko. Ne maame ko to okosua, ana okoto akokko. Ana akokko no to ye, ene nam so no benya sika, ene nam so no be pie UK, ene nam so no ton alumi, ene nam so no ton then hey, you bisa questions. If the story does not add up, you should come and explain to Ghanaians the reason why in their stories name add up. And to us, we have to understand as citizens, do we want Ghana to be destroyed? Do we want Ghana to be a country that people will sit somewhere and respect us? Now, let me tell you this. When you say, Ghana, you're respecting me now. Me know. You share down ye be strong, and may respect Ghana. And I wouldn't. Who ni ma make Ghana, you're respecting me now because our forefathers be to say, Wamen Krumamo, Wajiri Agremo, a yen ni bonimo, a year friend said Jacob was sincere mo, yana nan mu be led a life. That's our life, no. And Kofu African countries maybe any soy, woman G, and they wish they were Ghanaians. And they Ghana, I mean, those days, Kawote Alatadinya, they would Tibatan, ɛyɛ 419 meboa. Ka wote Ghana din a wote bata with excellence, greatness, humble, patriotic meboa. Ɛno nti na yɛ papa no bi ɛwɔ abrochi a ɔmatete nkuro eku a sɛbio ɔmo ba bi nte Ghana nanso ɔmo sɔre a ɔmo kɔhyia no ɔmo meeting kakra ɔmo benya no de akɔma kura ase ɛde boa kura ase. That is how Ghanaians were nurtured. That is how Ghana for na ye tear. But any Ghana for you can't 419 you can't be you can't Sakawa you can't be you can't Yawuze you can't be. Negative things are being attached to our name. And I look at Black Star Cry Bobo for 40 years. Any actually in Twinko Jacob. One more anasebio those days, almost door my Ghana, no more patriotic, no more citizens ready to die for the nation, gave us 4 trophies. 4 trophies. And today people think that we should keep quiet, not question people who wants to take up the seat of government for a great country like Ghana. Can you do this in the United Kingdom? Can you just be a 419 man and say you want to go and become the president of the United States of America? Area a friend is saying, Senator Graham Farmer. Ayafo because a Kufuado Maba betray and say a cromfo to me be your president. Into your macronfo who kind of cromfo media. Where from this notion? Where from this behavior? You move be there. You didn't see a cantam say. Actually, so simple dia. You be fight ya my man Ghana no. Because you never say, oh my Ghana no, you fruma no Africa. And no nyam eshe Ghana mu. It is a Ghana ye and Africa di. And they Ghana call for me who say Africa croning in I BC Basa. Woo. Because when you're saying no or far would ye buy you know. Emma ebe be African any no, or ye me no, ye nana. A ye me no, ye papanum, a ye me no, ye mamma. The standard no is going down and down the hill. And I just want you to understand that for how long must we watch and sit down? For how long must we keep our mouth shut? Because today somebody has money. Somebody parade himself like the Jack Ma of yesterdays. Today somebody parade himself like Mobutu Sese Seko, dressing like Mobutu Sese Seko, walking with lions like Mobutu Sese Seko. Do you think that this is the country that we want to tell the other nationals? And when it comes to Africa, Ghana is the beacon and hope. When it comes to the black race, Ghana is the hope of the black race. So we should not allow fools and thieves and criminals to enter into the kingdom of Jubilee House anymore. Maybe we made a mistake years ago. Maybe we didn't question the Kufuado so well. Maybe we didn't question the NDC people so well. And it's where today we are here. And we don't see development. For 40 good years, go and see the National Fire Service Institution. For 40 years, go and see. Ejato bebimpo say ye benya car. Sebio. Ye be corner sebio insio wom ye dum ja ye nyebi. For 40 years. It's not the doing of only MPP. Neither is it the doing of only NDC. It's the doing of you and I, because we went on electing fools and stupid men into the offices of presidency who never cared and loved the nation. I don't hate Cheddar. He doesn't feed me and I don't feed him. But when it comes to Ghana that my great-grandfathers toiled, that yours great-grandfathers and mothers toiled, we need to ask questions. That Ghana that the day Ashik Insha had to make sure say all her life savings was used to support the independence of Ghana. Oh, that Ghana, which you and I come from, must be protected. That Ghana that you and I come from, we will protect it with all our blood. We will protect it with all our might. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care. Because you cannot make me or break me. So your words does not even, I tell my freedom fighters, brothers and sisters, leaders that, look, for me, your words don't break me. I'm past the words of insult. It doesn't break me. Because I know that I'm purposeful driven. I know where I am going. I know that Ghana comes first regardless of who you are. I'm telling you, even if you are my father, even if you are my mother, I would speak truth to you. Oh yes, I'm telling you. Because we need to save Ghana. We need to bring some sanity and dignity to the nation Ghana. Look at our river bodies. Are you happy? Are you happy that for 40 years still women and children have to walk miles, carry bucket on their head to fetch water? Are you happy? Don't be deceived by the sweet words of the latter day saint. Don't be deceived. People are shouting, oh, we need young men to lead the nation. Once upon a time, the old men were young who led the nation. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. Do not say, oh, Cheddar is a... If Cheddar loves Ghana and Cheddar was patriotic, when some of us started to fix the country, where was Cheddar? When we even needed people to support us, where was him? Don't let us say certain things. Nobody hating. Nobody hating. If he truly says he is a rich man who has that riches, he should open factories and companies and employ the youth to work. Employ the youth to work. Have you not heard what Sam George said about people who goes into real estate? Go and check. Go and read what Sam George said about the real estate people. He says, real estate people, the people that goes into real estate people are money launderers. When he said it, greater people came out and said, oh, Sam George, what you are saying is not true. We'll take you to court. He says, take me to court. I'm ready to defend myself. Nobody, no Ghanaian real estate developer was able to have the balls, the temerity to say, I'm taking Sam George to court. Do you know why people go into real estate easily with their money laundering businesses? Because when they want to build factories, when they want to build companies, it's not easy, my brothers. It's not easy. Nobody hates Cheddar. Nobody. But we will ensure that the Jubilee House will not be a seat for thieves and criminals. The last batch of criminals are Ekufuado. That will be the last batch. Anybody who will ever think, dream of becoming a president or a leader, we will question. We will ask them. We will tell them to do the right thing. Because once upon a time, we went to sleep and we never asked questions. Once upon a time, the churches told us that we should be thinking of heaven. But this time around, we are telling our Ghanaian that yes, we will think about heaven, but before we go to heaven, we will buy tomatoes on the market. And tomatoes are determined, the prices of tomatoes are determined by the finance minister after he reads the budget, whether the tomato prices will go up or it will go down. So we will tell the story. Nobody should come here and tell us that, oh, you don't love this person, we are bringing this person, you say this, we bring this person. Bring me somebody who is accountable. Bring me somebody who is willing and ready to lead the nation. Not just any riffraffs who just went outside the country and said, I have made money. And when we question him, he is upset. He will ask you, because that seat, any decision that comes from Jubilee House, it makes or breaks Ghana. Look at how our women and children are walking around the country as if there is no hope for them. Look at the way our brothers and sisters are living in Libya. Look where they live in Libya. Look where they sleep in Libya. Have you asked yourself, why must the Ghanaian child go to the desert in search of work? Why? It's because of poor and wicked leaders that we never questioned. They came with sweet mouth. What Cheddar is saying is no different from what Akufo-Addo told us 40 years ago. What Cheddar is saying is no different from what Akufo-Addo told us 30 years ago. What Cheddar told us is telling us today is no different from what we heard from Akablemeza. What Cheddar is saying today is no different from the Namwans and co. He is just only repackaging himself and wearing Louis Vuitton and Gucci. And I don't hate him, but a man is not identified by the clothes that he wears. A man is not identified by whatever he puts on. A man is identified by ensuring that you help take out your people from poverty. That is what will give us respect. That is what will give us our colors respect in front of the white man. So we will question him. If he has nothing to hide, he should answer. But if he thinks he has something to hide, then we will believe what they are telling us here in London. That yes, of course, yes, the truth. And I don't want to believe that he stole people's credit cards, stole people's money, and he was arrested and put to jail here in London. I don't want to believe it. But it looks as if the story that I'm being told here in London is not far from the truth. It looks as if he's giving me that there is truth in the story. That he stole some monies. He did some businesses and went to jail and came back and stole some monies from some people and ran away to Ghana. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. So you should come clean. And I have said this, that if he was a smart guy, and he was so sharp and smart, he would behave like the way Dr. Pa Grant, who came from Axim, and used his riches to sponsor some intelligent Ghanaians to fight for freedom. It's not every time that you have money that you have to always be the leader. Money does not make people leaders. No. Money don't make people leaders. Sometimes you will use your money and you use it to support and sponsor young and vibrant Ghanaians to take positions of power. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bore you a lot, but I just want to tell you that the Ghana that was yesterday's, that we stop asking questions, that Ghana is long gone. This Ghana, that new Ghana that we all want, we will question leaders. We will ask them. We will ask them to be honest and faithful to motherland Ghana. We will ask them to be patriotic citizens for motherland Ghana, because we also deserve the best. I've told you, we don't deserve the good nor the better. Ghanaians also deserve the best. We deserve the best roads. We deserve the best schools. We deserve the best institutions. We deserve the best hospitals to attend to. We deserve the best things in life. For there is nothing that we lack. All that we lack is always continuously voting for foolish people who do not care, who don't love us, who treat us anyhow. And I always refer to those leaders as villagers. Woman in BA. Omi Krasifo. O Krasini bien wa wope bibi papa ema ne yere ene ne ma. O Krasini bien wa wope bibi papa ema ne mai. Ye leaders a wo di ye nim. Omi ye Krasifo. Enu nti na sebio ye kodu Libya na manfo di ye wo femu. Enu nti ye kodu ekrobi te se Iraq. Ye kodu krobi so na manfo bi ye se atanta de because ye mpayin fo na di ye nim. Wo manim bie ye. Omi ye Krasifo. Ukọ Abu Dhabi. Omo mpayin fo eni ebie. And into me, baby papa, the man were more mindful. I'm building good roads. I'm building factories. I'm building companies. Because one person more mindful and be America. One person more mindful and be baby near the woman tell me near 2 woman tadia soon tonto. I'm baby papa. You're paying for you crassy for. Many be. O crashing interest will be out a crassio. You can't crash your brody chroma. A crassy say. In Chrono Dino and Broha. And say they lack basic amenities. They say in Sue, car coin, a juma, by paying for. Omi a crassy for. And empty, Omun CSA hospital so. ometu kwan aba UK abesa wo mo yare omo ye krasefo so when you krasini a adan na wo hospital won siesie no te se de UK de ete se ne asa wo maami bi yare wo nana bi yare wo ofa bi yare ofiri navrongo ofiri nzema ofiri kajebi ofiri ya friend say ayi wale ofiri tatale ofiri ya friend say pando ono so betime nya hospital papa ako ya mpanyimfo ne ye krasefo and we should be able to tell them. And in as much as we are telling the leaders, we should also be careful who we introduce to lead the nation. God bless our homeland Ghana, make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever and ever. Have a good weekend.